Afternoon, skippers. Welcome to live number 109, giving out live grants. Good to see so many of you here early ahead of the Memorial Day weekend. So we're going to give out at least a few $1,000 grants today. Got a huge turnout expected. I've got a lot to get through. I've got SBA news, a $10,000 grant that's due in 2 hours. That's the poll for today. That's our $10,000 grant. I'll talk about that. And of course, say hello to all of you. Hope you all had a great week so far. If you're tuned in for the first time, welcome. You're part of the best entrepreneur community in the US, the only ones live twice a week, giving out great grants to folks across the country. Here's the count above my head: 37,000 given out in the last 30 days to 48 winners. And about the 500,000 mark today. Actually, we may cross this today. 421 winners. And again, this is just, I think, the past couple years. If you don't know, you can see all of the spins that we do. And we're going to get through a bunch today. We were a perfect 7 for 7 on Tuesday, the last live. Couple winners from Grant's Lock. So, another shout out to the Grant's Lock. If you can't tune in, we are perfect 7 for 7. And will we be perfect today? I'm not sure, but you can always check to see. Maybe there's a business maybe you're on here and you don't know it. You can see who's won every single live, who's missed out every single live, and check out their businesses and support what they're doing. Okay, does everyone have their PIN? And is everyone checked in? Here's how it's going to work. You just need your PIN from the app or on the Skip dashboard here. You can check in. It's not mandatory now, but there are benefits, and that's coming very soon. I will give a demo of the new look. Sneak peek here. I'll give a demo of that in a bit. Hope you all have your PIN. We've got a lot to get through today. I see folks from Manhattan, DC, Rochester. Let me know where you're watching from. Sharon says she's feeling super lucky. Put in your city and state. Also, be sure you're subscribed so you can comment in the chat. Shout out to Julie and Patricia helping out today, looking for your pins. Don't put your pin in unless it's your business that I pull up. Very important. I'll answer some of your questions as well. Shout out to Kay, who's a new YouTube member. And we email all the winners. So looking forward to talking to a bunch of winners next week. Winners from Tuesday and last Friday. I look forward to talking to you all next week. We're going to start spinning. We've got a ton to get through, but coming up in 27 minutes, if you want to apply to the $10,000 grant, which is the Skip 10K Memorial Day grant, could you use 10K for Memorial Day? It was due last night, but we extended it about 15 hours to give folks a little bit more time. Usually we extend it by days, but no, the deadline is less than 2 hours from now. The poll on YouTube here says 800 votes right now. 70% of you have entered the grant, which is incredible. Shout out to you. 29% say not yet. Pro tip, even if you've entered and you want to edit your answers, you can toggle and change the status and then make sure you reapply. You don't have to do it. Maybe you're confident with what you put forward. But there's only 4 questions on this grant. What does your business do? How would the grant money help your business? How would $10,000 help your business? How do you help your customers with your product or service? And what do you see as your biggest obstacle to growth in 2025? Yes, we're still asking that question. And yes, these are very similar questions to the questions you already answer when applying to these instant grants. So it should be pretty straightforward. Make sure you try to have moderate or strong answers. Use the tools, maybe read reviews, see the application details. In fact, we give criteria on how we're going to judge it. Basically, every question counts for 25% of the score. We select finalists, we read them all, and we ultimately pick a $10,000 winner. In 25 minutes, Dave and Ray are hosting a call to give you tips. If you're waiting the last minute, go join the call. The link is in the description. So you can go join these Enter the Grants call. Spots are limited. So if you are curious and you want to apply or get tips on this 10K grant, go join that call. That's coming up in 25 minutes. Without further ado, let's start spinning. First timer, I see Enzo. First timer, welcome. Can you apply to the 10K grant if you're a free member? Ask Cynthia. No, you have to start a free plus trial. So take advantage of the trial. And some of you, maybe you had the trial before. Maybe you got an invite to opt back into the trial. Start the trial. We're also going to release another 10K grant sometime in the next few days. As long as you've applied while you're on the trial, you're good. But of course, we want you all to stay members, especially with everything we've been adding to Skip. And I'll show you some of that. 700 of you have checked in. All 50 states are here. Welcome. I see, again, you're all over the US right now. Let's go. Spin number 1. Let's see how many we can get through today. Sunflare Brands Company in Omaha. Nebraska is on the clock for $1,000. Rebecca says, Skip Plus is worth having if you're serious about winning grants. Thanks, Rebecca. Good to see you. Good to see so many past winners here. Are we going to keep up our streak? Last 7, we've had winners. Sunflarecandles.com. Sunflare Legacy Candles. Galaxy Candles. All right. Neat candles. How many others here today are in the candle business? Chantel says, yes, I have a platinum membership. And it's amazing. Shout out to our platinum and VIP members. You guys are amazing. Time is up. Sunflare Brands Company in Omaha. Will you come through with your pin? Let's take a look. Katie says she makes candles too. Nostalgic Natasha, I'm in the candle business. Everyone who's in the candle business, give a shout out here. Going once, going twice, gone, not here. No grants lock. Just like that, we've ruined our streak. Rodney, sorry you missed out. Great business though. Keep spinning. Okay, 765 of you are now checked in. K-Turn in Rochester, New York. You're on the clock for $1,000. Do it for my hometown and all the other Rochesterians here. Someone in the chat asks, how do we enter the pin if you're called? Just like you did by typing that out, put in your pin instead. We're going to look for it. Welcome to all the new members. 20 seconds left. While we wait for K-Turn, this just came out in the New York Times. Under Trump, a mainstay for small businesses clamps down. I've covered this in some videos. I want to share it now. The SBA is making cuts and stricter loan terms. Again, I've talked about this. They're making it harder for entrepreneurs to get access to capital. Good article. I'm going to do an in-depth breakdown of what's said here. Bottom line, and I'd love to hear from all of you. SBA is cutting some programs, cutting staff, making things more difficult, especially if you were going to go after a loan and you were hoping the SBA would be more lenient. They're changing a lot of that. That's to be expected. But it's all the more reason for resources like Skip to come through. Again, really proud of that we're the fastest growing entrepreneur community. We're filling a lot of those gaps. There's a reason why we've had our SBA contact often reach out and share important news, both in actually the last two administrations, but under Biden, now under Trump as well. To get it out, to get out important information to all of you and the entrepreneurs that you know. So many of you are connected to other communities. So, yeah, I'll say more on that, but that's why we do grants and why we put out so many resources. Ethan Ketterer, looks like you're here. MyKturn.com, as seen in Gospel USA magazine. Journals, devotionals, and more. Stay inspired every day. Making a turn for the better. Inspiring retail store in Rochester, New York. My K-Turn LLC is more than just a retail store. It's a movement dedicated to faith-based growth, spiritual empowerment, and personal transformation. Great site, Ethan. Is there a location? Congratulations, Ethan. You just won $1,000 for My K-Turn LLC. Go support that Rochester Renaissance. Congrats. Winner number one for $1,000. We'll send you a link too in case you want to come say hello. Okay, time for the next spin, $1,000 in credit. Remember, coming up in 17 minutes, if you want to join the call with Dave and Ray to get tips on the $10,000 Memorial Day grant. And just 4 questions, it's due in 1 hour and 45 minutes. Please go apply. 30% of you here today have not applied yet. I encourage you to consider applying. Abundant Signature Ventures LLC in Houston, Texas. You're on the clock. Mobile Notary Services. We've had a handful of mobile notary service winners. I've seen some of you here already today. Four seconds left. Abundance Signatures Ventures. Thanks to all the super chats, everyone. Okay, let's see. AbundanceSignatureVentures.com, doing mobile notary services somewhere. That somewhere would be in Houston, I assume. Did we have another mobile notary in Houston win? Do we see their pin? Notary Giant, good to see you. Going once, going twice, not here, and no grant lock. Sherry, sorry you missed out. Let's keep spinning. Clarity Coach Consultant in Hampton, Virginia. You're on the clock. Have any AI businesses won? Asks Angie. Yes. Clarity Coach Consultant. Love the logo here. And again, what everyone's done for the listings is amazing. I just want to give another shout out to the Skip team. If you have not poked around with the changes on the dashboard, first of all, let me show this off for a second. At the top again, you have your current cash and credit balance. If you've won credit, gotten credit from referring others, if you've gotten cash, that's here from referring others. If you've interacted with fundings, which is what we want you to do, this is your count for that. This account here is interact with 112. Track those metrics. Track these numbers here. How many you need to complete? How many are due soon? There are 8 grants due soon, including the one due in an hour and 45 minutes. Grants Vault. We give you tips on what you need to do. So again, go poke around here. You'll notice design changes constantly here, but the public listing is impressive. A lot of you have been updating it because you know you're going to be on the spot. And a lot of you have been getting a website because you know I'm going to pull up your website. You've been getting a website on Skip, which is awesome. What's this one? One of the demo sites I created. Clarity Coach. Going once, going twice, not here. Lord and Associates, LLC, a 2024 winner. You're on the clock for $1,000 in credit. Are you here? J. Hale Guitar says, I want to be the first guitar manufacturer to win a Skip grant. That's awesome. Could you provide a simple example of the Skip website builder, like one that's already been created? Yes. Well, having a website is not mandatory. I'll show you something in a second. But by the way, we've had a handful of winners who've had a Skip website, and I've pulled those up recently. So you can go back and watch the tape. No, I'll try to pull up some, and we do usually once or twice a week. We do website demos. If you're on the fence about getting a website, just go create one, because you can create one for free on Skip. Just I think it's I forget what the trial is now, but there's a free trial. Just see what it looks like. Either you love it. Lord and Associates Wilson, good to see you. And congrats, $1,000 in credit for being here, for being such a big part of this community. Okay, going back to the cash round for $1,000 cash. Okay, and we spin. Wilson says, thanks to Skip, I have a business plan too. Absolutely. Our goal is to make Skip the place where you can get everything done for your business: funding, grants, AI tools to help you grow, website, business plan, you name it. Peaceful Plates in Pittsburgh, PA. You're on the clock for $1,000 cash. We're looking for a pin that starts with a 1. For the 10K grants, pick based on the answers or a spin. 10K grants based on your answers, merit based. So you have control over how good your application is. Thank you for that question. We like a bit of both, but the 10K grants are based on merit, based on your application. Dawn says, I use the suggestions from AI to improve my answers on grants. Sometimes it's frustrating to get it right, but it's also worth it. Stacy says, when it's revised, okay, this is a good question. I will ask this, but again, if you want to go more in depth, please join the call in 9 minutes with Dave and Ray. You should enter that now. It's the second link in the description. The first link is for the 10K grant. When you revise several times with AI and it's still weak, how is that viewed? AI is not perfect. We all know that if you use AI on a daily basis for whatever. So take it as a guide. I think that you should definitely try to get moderate or strong, but sometimes there's a glitch for whatever reason. And if you believe it's a strong answer, you've taken the suggestions to heart, go with it. It's not going to prevent you from winning. Peaceful plates going once. Did we see peaceful plates here? Julie and Pat. Going once, going twice. Not here. But Grants Lock is on. They've won $250 cash for their business. Our first Grants Lock winner today. We will stick to $1,000 cash. Orchid Internationally in New York, New York. You're on the clock for $1,000. Danielle asks, what's the difference between cash and credit? Cash goes to your bank account. Credit goes to, you can use it for anything on Skip. Which I've said it before, and some of you will say you agree in the chat. I think it's often better because what we have on Skip, we believe can tangibly help your business grow. So rather than have the paradox of choice, you're limited to using the tools that we've built, helping close to 1 million entrepreneurs and businesses across the U.S. Latrice saw the team saying that you put in your pin too late. Maybe we were a spin past it. A spin past you here, unfortunately. But Sophia is here. OrchidMagazine.com. Look at that. Multifunctional agency. We love the good things and great design. Say hello to us. hello@Kalium.com. We love great design too. Congrats, Sophia. You've won $1,000 for your business. Just like that. 7 spins down. We have 4 winners, 4 out of 7. Not too bad. Let's go back to credits. Can we gift someone a membership using our credits? That's a really interesting. We haven't had any policy around transferring credits, but it's an interesting suggestion. Next spin. Divinely Gifted Crystals in Riverside, California. You're on the clock. $1,000 credit on Skip. While you do that, let me tell you what you can expect everyone, on Tuesdays live. Big change here for the 1,200 of you watching right now. Brand new look on the Instant Grants page. This is a live look, but you can see here if we're live now. You can see this pin, watch on YouTube, see you're checked in, see the winners, who's won, but this is what's important here. The amount you unlock is based on what you've done. So it's $1,000 is not guaranteed. This will allow us to spin for more, give away more, and also demand more. But it's fairly easy. I showed you all this on Tuesday. Just for completing the application, those few questions, $200. Just for completing the grants vault, those 9 questions, $200. If you've have a website or you've added one on Skip, another $200. So you're up to $600. Business plan by yourself or with Skip, $200. If you added a business bank account, because if you're serious, look, you need to keep money separate. So however you get a business bank account, you should have one. The IRS will come after you if you're making money and you don't. And if you've referred a person, that's $100. So there you go. Little extra motivation. You can expect this live on Tuesday, and the application for next Tuesday's live will be up after this. Divinely Gifted Crystals is here, 82624. DivinelyGiftedCrystals.com. Wow. Hand painted bags. Look at that elephant. These necklaces. Lots of questions about the art, the craftsmanship, and where you're sourcing from. Would love to hear. If you might not have time to have you on today, but if you want to come on next week, would love to hear. Congratulations. You just won $1,000 credit. All right, back to cash. We're going to do the bonus round. And again, just to clarify, Latrice, according to the team, we always check the tape. You commented, but we were well after the next spin. I believe we were already on to the Wilson spin when we saw the pin. Unfortunately, but we've seen it time and time again. Comes back around to you. Bonus round. Here we go. How many likes are we at? If we have over 1,000 likes, this will be for $1,000. We should, because 1,200 of you are watching. How many likes? Amelia Toman, Life Coaching, you're on the clock. In Hoboken, you're on the clock for the bonus spin. Lots of comments today. Well, we check the tape. You all know we check the tape. So if it's there, we always go back and correct it. So you don't need to worry about that. Julie and Pat are here to check the tape. Amelia. All right, we'll check the tape, and if Amelia was here, she's just won. And whatever that was the credit spin, right? So Latrice will, if she was here on time, she will have won $1,000 credit. So don't worry. Amelia Tolman, Life Coaching. Going once. This is for the bonus round. How many likes are we at? Anyone know? All right. Amelia, going once, going twice, not here. We're on the next spin, 9:30. Some of you are going to go over and listen to Dave and Ray. They're going to get started now on the $10,000 grant. Look, shout out to the producers, Julie and Patricia here. They are the officials as well. But just to say, Patrick J. Sykes, Marketing Research Consulting, you're on the clock. Latrice was the fourth spin. Again, we will check the tape. They thought that you all thought that she won the sixth spin because I said the pin started with a 1. Anyway, we're going to look at the tape, but it sounds like it was a few minutes later, but it was a long time after. Patrick J. Sykes, Marketing Research Consulting. Let's go. $839 likes. If we get 160 more likes, this one will be for $1,000. Patrick, you have 10 seconds left. And as YC Not LLC 05 says, for those traveling Memorial Day weekend, safe travels indeed. Time is up. Patrick, are you here? Going once, going twice. Patrick, not here. We're spinning. We're going to get this bonus one here. 2 more spins to see if we can get someone on the bonus round. We already have 5 winners, I think. Maybe 6. Again, I'm always going to look at the tape here. Got to trust the team to see if people put their pin in on time. Otherwise, it's a free-for-all. Prime Holding Solutions in Fort Myers. You're on the clock. $20 seconds left. Remember, in 1 hour and 30 minutes, our $10,000 grant is closing. Go apply for that if you haven't. 30% of you haven't applied yet. All right, Prime Holding Solutions. This is our 11th spin today. Going once, going twice. Not here. This is the last spin of the day right here. And I'm going to recap what we've witnessed so far today. 11 spins. 11 spins here. The Organic Pet Animal Sanctuary in Madison, Ohio. You're on the clock. We missed out on Rodney. Then Ethan won $1,000. Sherry missed out. We were on the credit round. Latrice may or may not have won $1,000 credit. If the tape says she was here, she's going to get $1,000 credit. If not, she won't. Wilson won $1,000 credit too. Keisha won. Sophia won. Monica won. Amelia, Patrick, Leroy missed out, but look who's coming through at the 11th hour. The Organic Pet. TheOrganicPet.org, still under construction. You know who can help you with that. We can help you get your skip site up in seconds. Congratulations. Now, are they walking away with $500 or $1,000? We need 100 more. We're not going to get the Organic Pet. You just won $500 cash. Congrats. Hope you all have a great Memorial Day weekend. Go enter the grants that are due soon, especially the 10K one due in 90 minutes. See you all next Tuesday. Have a great weekend, everyone.